My mom's boyfriend threatened to destroy my life if I didn't hand over my paycheck, so I spent 3 weeks setting a trap that ended with him in handcuffs in our living room. My mom's boyfriend stood in our kitchen, drunk, screaming at me to give him my money. I'd just gotten home from my shift, 10 at night, feet aching, and there was Marcus, red-faced on the couch, demanding cash like I owed him something. I said no. He grabbed my water glass right out of my hand and hurled it at the wall. It exploded, glass everywhere. He got in my face and said if I didn't hand it over, he'd make my life hell. My mom walked in, looked at the shattered glass, and told me to apologize to him, not to yell at him, not to defend me, to apologize. I said sorry. Marcus stood there smirking the whole time. That night, I called my dad crying. He said I could move in tomorrow, but I couldn't leave my little brother Danny alone with this man. Danny was 12. Marcus had been tearing him apart for months. Shut up. Nobody cares. Stop being so stupid. Every single day. One time, Danny was just telling us about school, and Marcus grabbed his shoulder and told him to be quiet. Danny cried. My mom told him to stop being so sensitive. She always took Marcus's side, so instead of packing a bag, I started paying attention. Marcus drove a nice truck, wore expensive clothes, but he never left for work. Not once. He told my mom his money was tied up in investments. She believed every word. I checked his social media, found an ex-wife, Brianna. I messaged her. She told me everything. Marcus hadn't worked in 3 years. He found single moms, made them feel special, moved in, drained them dry, then disappeared and did it again. 4 women that Brianna knew of. He owed her $12,000 in child support and had been hiding from her for months. 2 little girls at home with nothing. I gave her our address. But first, I needed Marcus comfortable, off guard, completely blindsided. I told my mom I wanted to make things right, cook him a peace dinner. She lit up like I'd handed her a gift. Friday night, I made his favorite meal, kept his beer full, smiled at his jokes, told him I was sorry for being so difficult. He ate it up, literally and figuratively. By 9, he was drunk and bragging. Said he had my mom wrapped around his finger, that once his name was on the house deed, he'd have real security. My mom looked confused and asked what he meant. Marcus laughed. Said she was so desperate for love she'd give him anything. Called her pathetic. Said dating lonely single moms was like taking candy from babies. Right then, the doorbell rang. I walked to the door and opened it. A woman stood there. Dark hair, tired eyes, a thick manila folder pressed to her chest. Next to her was a police officer. Badge read Tucker Bentley. She looked past me into the living room. Her whole body went stiff. She pointed at Marcus and said, "That's him." Marcus's face went white. He tried to stand and his legs buckled. He grabbed the couch arm to keep from falling. Officer Bentley stepped inside. $12,000 in unpaid child support. Outstanding warrants in 2 counties. Brianna walked to the center of our living room, opened her folder, and held up a photo of 2 little girls. These are his daughters. My mom looked at the photo, then at Marcus. Her face fell apart. Marcus reached for her hand. She pulled back like he might burn her. She asked him straight out, did he have kids he never told her about? He looked at the floor. One tiny nod. Mom made a sound I'd never heard before. Half gasp, half sob. She kept asking how, over and over. How could you lie about that? Danny had come out of his room. He stood in the hallway watching, shaking. The cuffs clicked shut. They walked Marcus out. He kept turning back, saying he loved her, right up until they put him in the car. The house went quiet. I thought it was over. I was wrong. 3 days later, Mom picked up the phone. Her face went strange. Flat voice. Yes. Okay. Yes. She hung up. Wouldn't look at me. Said the bank called, just confirming a large withdrawal. My stomach dropped. I asked how much. She finally said it. $8,000. Marcus needed help making bail. Full story on the channel linked below.